Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. I know it's not Friday, but we're going to do fun stuff Friday stuff. Hello Emmy, hello Davissa, hello Dawn, hello Jen. Hello everyone out there lurking. So I was perusing the Jerry's Artorama website and came across these Tombow alcohol markers. And coupons. You know me with coupons. I am the coupon queen. And they get me just as often as they get you. So basically, they have a buy one, get one free coupon for Tombow alcohol markers. Ah! So you get 12 markers and a second set of 12 markers free. So you get the basic set and you get the natural palette. So if you buy this one, you get this one free. So you get these two sets for the price of this one set. And then if you buy the People palette, you get the gray palette free. So you get these two as well. Buy one, get one free. So basically you get 48 markers for the price of 24, which is awesome. So I bought them, obviously, because how can I not? All right, so I've got some things I want to show you. So they come in the boxes, but they come in these little trays. And each little tray has its own little foam piecey thing that holds all the markers in place. However, you can stack the trays, creating a holder for all the markers, which is awesome. I don't know if it works in the UK. I did pin the website at the top of your chat. You can definitely take a look and see if it does. I know that Jerry's Artorama does ship internationally, so I'm not quite sure, Emmy. But they do stack. They are an alcohol-based marker, and they are a brush chisel tip. So I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera. So they have the brush tip and a small chisel tip, which is great. It's not a huge chisel tip. It's a nice small chisel tip. They do have the little thingies to stop it from rolling off your desk. And it's a nice slim marker, just like their water-based markers. So this is one of their water-based markers. It's a little bit shorter than the, oh, maybe it's about the same size. It's about the same size. This is a water-based marker here. So the alcohol-based markers have a gray barrel. The water-based markers have a black barrel. And again, it has the bullet nib or a brush nib, but the water-based ones have a bullet nib. Now, if they could put that in the alcohol ones, I'd be happy. The only duplication I have found is black. It seems that there's a lot of black in each set. So I have 3 different blacks from 3 different sets. So you do get a lot of blacks. You're never going to run out of black. So the reason why we're doing this live is I thought about doing a video for Friday with them. And then I thought you guys kind of got gypped on Monday's video, so I decided that I was going to do it live. For all 6 of you. Isn't that nice? Yes, it's called a People palette. So I did swatch them, and each set here is a different set. So this is the People palette. So you've got your pinks and your gray tones, your brown peach tones into your deep peach tones and your dark browns and black. Well, you know, I have to go to work at 4, so. This one here is the basic tone, which gives you all your basic colors. It gives you a yellow, an orange, a red, a pink, a purple pink, sorry, a deep purple, some blues, some greens, a brown, and a black. And then we have the nature set, which gives you a different yellow, a light brown, a different pink, another different pink, 2 different purples, some blues, and a lot of greens, which makes sense since it's the nature palette. And then, of course, in the gray palette, we have all our grays. We've got our light grays, medium grays, brown grays, so our French warm grays, and then into the blacks. So those are all the colors, and as you can see, I have been working with them, testing them on the palette here. This is done on the Express It paper, so it's alcohol-based, you know, alcohol paper, so it works the best on this paper. But I have been dabbling with them on Deborah Mueller's Magical Fairies coloring book. Now this paper is a little bit thicker than regular coloring book paper, so I thought it would do well for the markers, and I was able to blend them quite well in the flowers, so that was encouraging to me. I do dabble. So let's do a bit of a comparison. I'm going to grab a sheet of paper. I should have done this beforehand because actually no, let's do it on coloring book just because. So we're going to do a bit of a comparison. Let's do it on this page here, because I do have a small set of the pastel tones of the water-based markers. I don't use these very often because, to be honest, I don't like them. They're not my favorite. I'm not overly fond of water-based markers. I don't know how to use them very well, and I make a mess, so I don't use them very often. And I should, because I know that you can do a lot of really pretty things with the water-based markers. I'm just not very good at it. Of course I'm honest. I'm not going to tell you I like something when I don't. And it's not even the marker's fault. To be honest, it's not the marker's fault. It's my own dislike of a type of product. It's not even a dislike of the product itself. So this is the water-based. It does have the same brush tip, but it also has the bullet tip, which is great. I really wish that the alcohol markers had the bullet tip as well instead of the chisel marker. Now I'm going to actually take this page out because I know it's going to go right through the page and I don't want to ruin the next page. The great thing about Deborah Mueller's book is that the pages are perforated. You can just pull that right on out of there. So I'm going to just do this straight on the table here. Alright, so this one here is number 723. Now, another thing that I'm not very fond of is neither the water-based or the alcohol-based markers have names on them, just numbers. Which is fine, as long as they have a number, I guess. I do not know if they're refillable. I did not see any refills, but you can purchase them individually. I'm going to switch you over to the close-up camera here so you can see a little bit better. So as you can see, in small areas, it goes down really nice. But if you let it dry, there's no reactivating it. And if you go over an area too many times to keep it wet, you end up with a pilling. And that's one thing that just drives me crazy about water-based markers. They don't color the way I color, I guess, is. And if you go over it, it gives you this weird, funky feeling under the marker, and it's not nice. So I don't know if you can see it. Nope, you're never going to get fired. So I don't know if you can see it, but I went over it twice there, and it's already starting to pill up the paper. And it did so again there. So this is the water-based marker. I'm going to do this wing in the water-based marker and the other wing in the alcohol marker. Just to give you a comparison of the two markers and the colors as well as the problems, if any, between the two. My biggest issue with water-based is the problem that I just showed you. If you go over something too many times or even more than once, you end up with a pilling of the page, and I don't like that. Hey there, Tammy! How are you, darling? I did a video during a time that you could actually show up. Early enough that, before you go to work. This one here is number 243. And then we want a yellow. And this one here is 991. Hello, Stacy. Welcome, welcome. So if you missed the start here, what I'm going through is I'm going through a set of, well, 4 different sets of Tombow alcohol markers, comparing them to the Tombow water-based markers. And letting y'all know that the Tombow alcohol markers are available on Jerry's Autorama, and they have a coupon. So it's a buy one, get one free coupon. There's 2 of them, one for the people colors and one for the basic colors. If you get a set of people colors, you get a set of grays. And if you get a set of basics, you get a set of nature colors, greens and floral colors. The website is pinned at the top of the chat. Oh, am I out of frame? Thank you. Awesome. So glad you can make it. And I hope you have a great day at school. And the children are listening and behaving. So again, I went over it more than once there, and it's already starting to pill up. And that's the main difference between a water base, for me, a main difference between the water base and the alcohol is it's really difficult not to get that. For me, it's difficult not to get that pilling unless I only lay down one layer of color and just don't go over top of it, which is impossible for me because I miss areas. Hello, Crashes, welcome. Okay, so there we have our water-based markers. So I've used the blues, the pinks, the yellows, and a bit of green in the water-based. So let's pull these colors in the alcohol-based. So we need this one, I think is the closest. What number is this? 502, and this one is 451. Let's see. It's close. Not perfect, but it's close. And I think this one. And they're not going to be the same because the Tombow water base that I have is a pastel set, so they're very pastel colors, but I will try to get close. And the yellow is going to be the same. So the numbers on them do match up to the numbers in the alcohol compared to the water-based as well. Yes, we have all entered an alternate universe where Friday happens on Tuesday. So now we're going to use the alcohol markers. And as you know with alcohol markers, the first thing I've noticed is that the brushes are softer. In the water-based markers, I have found that the brushes are a little stiff, where the brushes on the alcohol markers are a bit smoother, a bit softer. And I can go over something several times before having any problems with the paper, which is really, really big to me. Another thing I have noticed about these markers, even on coloring book paper, they do not bleed as much as other alcohol markers. You don't do English? So, but you do plays and things like that. So, you'd be a great English teacher. And no, it is Tuesday. Dawn, it is Tuesday. This is not my Wednesday live. This is Tuesday. Nope, it's Tuesday. No, you didn't. Maybe I misread what Dawn was saying. Um, but no, it is Tuesday. Tomorrow is my normal live, but I figured, yeah, I have a couple hours to kill before I have to be at work. So, and I don't have to do a lot at work. I just gotta take her a couple of places, and that's true. That is very true. If you don't love the subject, it would be a very, very big disservice. You are not useless and confused, Jen. It is Tuesday. It's Wednesday for Tammy. So as you can see, I can go over an area multiple times without pilling that paper up. Where with the water-based markers from the same company, it did start to pill the paper just by going over it more than once. And that just drives me crazy. There is a bit of bleed over, but you can definitely get into really tight spaces with the tip of this brush, which is fantastic. Nice, Crashes. That should be fun. Concentration base. Hold on a sec. I have a popcorn popper, but it's an old one. It's Bob's mother's or grandmother's. I think it's his grandmother's. It's really kind of cool looking. We never use it because it's very old. And he doesn't like popcorn, and I don't actually like the smell of popping corn. Even when the kids do it in the microwave, it just blech. I like popcorn. I just don't like the smell of it popping. Ah. No, absolutely. You did nothing wrong, Dawn. I'm just letting you know that Jen is correct. That that it is Tuesday, and I may have. Yeah, you can't get fired. Sorry. Uh, you can keep on trying, but you can't get fired. Sorry. So even though the pinks are a different color, the yellows are the same color, the blues are a different color, and the greens are this different color, they both cover very, very well. The only difference that I have a problem with the Tombow water-based markers comparative to their alcohol markers is the same problem I have with all water-based markers, is that if I go over something once or twice, it does seem to pill the paper or peel the paper back, and that bugs me. Hi, Kenny. So that is the comparison between the two different types of Tombow markers. So we've got the water-based and we have the alcohol-based. Now I'm going to finish this page with the alcohol-based markers that I purchased. And again, the link is at the top of the page, pinned to the top of the page, where you can purchase these markers. You can buy one, get one free. So if you buy the people markers, which is the skin tones, you get a set of grays. If you buy a set of basics, you get a set of nature. And the nature and the basics combined give you a really good set of blues and pinks and purples and reds and yellows and greens, as well as some brown tones. So we're going to do her skin tone. So we're going to, I think, start with this one. Let's see, where's my chart? Yeah, I'm going to start with this one. So this one's number 850. Try to make sure I stay on screen. And just in case you didn't know, Color It does have a new book out as well, that Jen let me know about. I have not received it or purchased it, but I have been looking at it, and I might be purchasing that sometime soon. It's I do believe a travel one. Jen could tell you more about it. Jen, tell people about your new Color It book, because I do believe it was released today. What's it all about, Jen? I know you told me, but I'm old and don't remember. Awesome. So a page for each of the 50 states. That's fantastic. I'd get to color 2 pages. Bob could color more. Well, 3, because I can color Washington. Oh, maybe 4, because I've been to California too. Well, I could color all of them, but if I was coloring one state for each place that I've been to. Let me know how the paper is when you get it, if it feels like it's good for pencils or not. I know their new books, since they came out with their pencil set, has been set up so that you could color it with pencils. I know, Stacy, isn't that crazy? It's like, wow, it's already been a year? I noticed that the other day with Tammy's too. It's already been like 10 months since Tammy got her memberships. It's like, wow, that's crazy. It's just gone by so fast. Just putting in the shadows with number 852. I think they would be if she was working on doing it with markers. I'm going to put more of a shadow here for her hair. Same with here. Go a little crazy with the shadow, and then I'll tone it down a little. Let's give her a little more cleavage shadow too. Yeah, exactly. When do we get through 6 months of the year already? All right, and then we're just going to take a little bit of this pink. And then go back to the original color. Awesome. This one is back to 850. Just going to blend down. So if you were to try to do this with the water-based markers, you would have a pilled up mess by now. And that's one of my pet peeves with them, is that you cannot layer or blend a lot of different colors together in order to get the effect that you want. Well, I can't. I know plenty of people that can. I know I can't. Let's clarify that. All right, so let's do her dress. And we're going to use number 673, which is a very light purpley pink color. And I'm just going to go over top of the dots. That's the Deborah Mueller book I'm working out of. Oh, yeah. There we go. Just in case. I forgot I was doing the title page. That's cute. So I'm just going around the little flowers on the dress. And as long as you keep your edges of your marker wet, you should not have any streaking, which is another thing that I do find I have issues with the water-based. I don't know how to keep the streaks out of it. Nice. Very cool. That's what I'm working on right now is just going through, and after doing this swatch on the Express It, I really actually enjoyed the way they laid down. They blended seamlessly. They did not have any major issues whatsoever. And even though they still went through the Express It paper, there are different areas where it didn't saturate completely. So you could definitely go over it with other colors and other, other layers without being too concerned of extreme oversaturation. So if you're going to use the Express It paper or an alcohol paper, so one that is created to use alcohol markers on, I would definitely recommend them. They are really nice. They don't bleed outside of the lines, and they blend beautifully on the Express It. Now, I have colored a little bit on Deborah Mueller's book with them, and of course I'm doing this page here. And so far, I have not had any major issues, and they do work really, really nice. So, yes, these are the Tombow alcohol-based markers. There are a couple of colors that are a little bit juicier, like this one here, which is number 685. It does seem to bleed just a little bit more than the others. So if you just came in, at the top of your chat, you have a message that's pinned by me, taking you to Jerry's Artorama. Jerry's currently has a coupon deal where if you buy one set of basic markers, you get a set of nature markers for free. If you buy a set of skin tones, you get a set of gray tones for free. So if you buy all 4 sets or all 2 sets, you get 4 sets, 2 for free, which also gives you, I do believe, a lower shipping depending upon where you are as well. So I'm doing her stockings. I'm just going right over top of her dots on her stockings. I'll put those in gel pen just because I was too clumsy and ended up covering some up. And if you're careful and don't go over the line, you can get right up to the line and not have it bleed over. One of the main issues that I have found when I color with alcohol markers is that if I go over the line, it seems to open a channel, allowing that color to flow out when you don't want it to. Alright, going to do this side here, and then we're going to put in our shadows. Alright. Hello, Pamela. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I was testing 2 different types of markers, both Tombow. This side here is done with the Tombow alcohol markers. This side here is done with the Tombow water-based markers. Now I'm going to grab this one here. Make sure it's not the same color, because that would be weird. Alright. We're just going to put a slight shadow right here under her dress. The edge of her top here. I do like the Tombow products. Like I really enjoy my Irigeton colored pencils. Although I have not used them a lot lately, I do have to use them. I got those for Christmas last year from my husband. I think it was Christmas. I know it was a present for my husband. Oh, I like them. I have found that the ones previous to the one I just received, the um, music one, all of the paper in them has been geared towards more of a marker base. In my opinion, they're really smooth paper, and the new one seems to be a little bit more textured, so a little bit better for um, colored pencils. So I think since they came out with their own set of colored pencil, I think they've changed the paper a little bit. The Irigeton, so Irigeton. It's a Tombow, a set of Tombow colored pencils. Now I'm using number 25. Yeah, the pictures on them are a little bit in them are a little bit larger. The books themselves are quite a bit larger as well. Um, but I think what they were gearing towards when they first started out was more of a alcohol marker base, um, because that's what they had out was alcohol markers. But now that they've got their own set of colored pencils, I think they've changed the paper a little bit because I noticed that the paper has a little more tooth in it than it used to. So, no problem at all, Emmy. Nice. So if you do buy the portrait and the regular set, you will get the other two sets. So if you buy the portrait, you'll get the gray set. If you buy the basic set, you'll get the nature set. Yeah, I'm just not very fond of the watercolor ones. But that's my own personal preference. It's only because I'm not very good at using them. I have seen a lot of people do some fantastic work with them, but I'm not a watercolor person when it comes to markers. I have issues with blending them and layering them and everything else, and it bugs me. Now, just so you all know, I am not an affiliate with Jerry's Artorama or anything else. This is just a coupon that I found that I wanted to share with you guys before it expired. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing it live today, because I'm not sure exactly when it expires. So I want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to take a look at it and decide whether or not it's something that you want to do. I like the thin barrel as well. It does give me a little bit better grip on the barrel. And like I said, they are the exact same size as the Tombow water-based markers. So if you have those, you know how big they are and how they feel. The difference between the water-based and the alcohol, other than the fact that the composition is different, is that the alcohol-based markers do have a chisel nib instead of a bullet nib. Yes, they do make pencils in cute little books. They're so adorable. And they're really nice pencils. They're a little bit harder of a pencil, so you do have to work with them a little more to get a good layering blending effect with them, but they are really nice. They work great for little tiny areas as well. So as you can see, I can take the very tip of this marker and just do little flicks, which is great. So far we've done a little bit of clothing, a little bit of hair, a little bit of skin, and the wings. Well, one wing with these markers. What we'll do after we're done this one, because yeah, I don't like leaving things undone, even if it is just the cover page. um, so this is the color chart for each set. So, oh, let's move these out of the way. Ah, let's not drop them all over. So this is the skin tone. So this is the people tones. So it's got some pinks, a peach, some tanny browns, and into some darker browns. This one here is the basic set. So it's got a yellow, an orange, a red, some pinks into purples, blues into greens, a brown, and a black. And then we've got the nature tones. This one and this one are the ones that you get free when you purchase these two. So we've got a lighter yellow, a tanny brown, into some pinks, into some purples, some blues, and lots of greens. And then we have our grays, which of course are all our grays. So we have some cool grays, some warm grays, and some dark grays. These are the only two sets that have availability with getting these two free. There is 6 sets in total. No problem at all. So there are 6 sets in total. So if you want the entire grouping, you need to buy 4 sets where you'll get 2 of the sets free. I hope that helps. All right, go back to the close-up here. And like I said, I'm not an affiliate of Jerry's Artorama or anything else. That this information is not purchased or anything like that. It's just me wanting to get you guys informed as quickly as possible so that you have all the information and the fact that there is a coupon available for them. Because, yeah, I got suckered by the coupon. I won't say suckered. It was a fairly good buy. It works out to less than $2 a marker. And they do seem to do very, very nicely. They blend quite well. They don't bleed out. That sort of thing. You can also buy them in smaller sets. I do believe that there is a 6 set as well. So you can buy just an orange set or just a blue set if you find that the sets don't have enough of a certain color that you want. Yeah, the line work on the Color It books sometimes can be a little daunting because it's a little bit large. I do find that sometimes their line work is really large. And that's because it's created for markers. So as you can see, I'm able to blend those darker colors together to get those shadows in there, that definition in there. Move over to this side. Hello, Tracy. Welcome, welcome. Try not to get over the lines. Absolutely, Emmy, no problem at all. Enjoy your sleep. Thank you very much for coming in and saying hello. I appreciate you. Tammy, you have a wonderful day at work. Bye-bye. All right, just blending in this dark brown for her hair. Then we'll put in some lip color for her. And try not to go over the edge, but you know. You know how that goes. Now I have been using these for a couple of days and I have not noticed any sort of fraying on the nib, but I have been watching for it because sometimes that can be horrible if you're... So you order the skin tone and the basic. So the people tone and the basic. There is a little spot there underneath the description. So hold on a sec. So if you look under the description next to the picture, it says see special offers. It will show you the 2 coupons of what you need to order to get the other 2. Hello, Della. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so now we're going to give her a little bit of red in her lips. But because these don't feel rubbery like the Ohuhu or the Copic or the Arteza, I'm watching the edges of them and the ends of them for fraying. Because the ones that I have that are not that rubbery type of nib, which is my chroma set, they do fray, which is crazy. Bye, Dawn. Have a fantastic day. Hello, Catherine. Welcome, welcome. I'm enabling. It's okay. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of blue. Oh, let's do her eyes green. Let's do a little bit of green. And there we have our little fairy on the front cover. And I'm going to grab, oh, let's see, what do I have here? I need some, there we go. So I'm going to grab the, let's just drop everything on the floor here. I'm going to grab the Castle Art gel pens because I haven't used them except for yesterday a little tiny bit. So we're going to get some sparkly. We're going to get some sparkly going. Some glitter, glitter, glitter. And I think we need some pink sparkly for there. And Some blue sparkly for there, or purple sparkly for there. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do any shadowing under her breastises. So we're going to just take the 75. We're just going to go under her breast a little bit here, and under her breast a little bit here. And down the edge here. Like so. Hello, Joyce. Lurk away, lurk away. I'm just going to take this pink again. And I'm just going to blend that gray in a little bit. Like so. And then we're going to do our glitter. Do our shiny, shiny. Oh goodness, there is my boss. Okay, so I will be right back. Enjoy the intermission. Okay, so I have to go to work in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to finish up this picture. I'm going to tell you about the deal one more time, and then I'm going to bid you adieu. She wasn't supposed to call for another hour, but it is what it is. That's okay. And that's another reason why I'm doing the Fun Stuff Friday stuff today, because I have been informed that there's lots of stuff that has to get done on Friday. So I may not be able to do it on Friday. And I wanted you guys to have the deal as quickly as possible. So I'm going through with the gel pen, putting in the little spots here on her stockings. All right. And I think we're good. I think we have everything here. I think I need a yellow glitter. Yeah, it's she's had meetings all day and lawyers meetings and whatnot, so I've been waiting for her to finish those up, and then I gotta take her up to Salem and do a few things out there, and then I gotta take her back to Salem tomorrow because, you know, that's what I do, which is fine. I don't mind. Gives me a couple of hours worth of work, and I can sit here with you guys the rest of the time, so that's okay. All right, there we have it. Now, oh yeah, you got to be careful with your reds. You have to make sure that you pick out the right one. So there we have it. That is the Deborah Mueller Magical Fairies Enchanted Pixies to Color and Display cover page. The reason why I did the cover page was to do a comparison between the water-based Tombow markers and the alcohol-based Tombow markers, which I did on the wings here. And as you can see on this wing here, even though it's dry, there's different areas that are different tones. And it's because I went over it more than once. And if you rub your finger across it, you can feel the marker damage to the page, which is weird. And I don't like it. The only good thing, one of the good things about the markers is they don't go through very well, but they do shadow. And if you go over something more than once, it will go through. Where with the alcohol marker, it's always going to go through. You're just going to have to assume that. All right, so the deal is if you go to Jerry's Art-A-Rama, which is pinned to the top of the screen in the chat, you will be able to purchase the basic palette and get the nature palette free. So that's these greens, blues, purples, orange, red, and browns. So these two together make a really nice basic color palette. So if you buy this one, you get this one free. If you buy the People Person palette, which gives you a lot of skin tones, you get the gray palette free. The only duplication I have found for all four palettes is a black. Prime Days is when you get extra discounts as a Amazon Prime member, where you can, if you keep an eye on it and keep an eye on my discount page on my community page, there are different Prime member things that you can buy on Prime Days. So that is the coupons that are available. These are available only on Jerry's Art-A-Rama. I did not find the alcohol-based markers on Amazon. They may be there somewhere and I just wasn't able to find them. You get all four. So if you purchase this one here, you will get this one here. Purchase this one here, you will get this one here. If you purchase this one here, you'll get this one here. If you purchase these two, sorry, you will get these two. That's what I did. I purchased two, got two free. So you can purchase two of them and get two free, which gives you 48 markers. They come in the box in a little tray like this with the black foam on top so it doesn't move around. But these trays stack on top of each other to create a holder. So as you can see, they're all stacked together and created a nice little holder. So that is what I wanted to tell you about. And they work very, very nicely. They do blend beautifully, especially on Express It or alcohol created paper. So paper created for alcohol markers. They work gorgeous on those. No lines, no streaking, blend beautifully together. They do work on coloring book paper, as you just saw with the Deborah Mueller picture that ran away from me. There we go. I was able to blend the colors together here, as well as up here, as well as on her skin tone and in her hair. So they do work on the coloring book paper as well. Yes, they will automatically send them. Nope. You just add the regular ones to your cart. They will automatically add the free ones. Yes, exactly. And Tombow products are quite expensive on their own normally. So to get $80 worth of markers for free is awesome. So just add the basic and the skin tones to your cart. The other two will automatically be added free. They have a bullet, or not a bullet, they have a chisel, a small chisel, and a brush. And I haven't had any issues with the brushes yet, so they're not fraying or anything like that. They are softer than the water-based brush. So the water-based brush seems really stiff in comparison. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. Of course, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. The link is below the video. If you don't get to it right away while we're still in chat, the link is below the video. If you're watching this back, the link is in the bottom below the video to Jerry's Artorama. So make sure that you head on over there and take a look at the markers. If you enjoy Tombow products, this is a fantastic way to try their alcohol markers without a huge amount of expense. All right, guys, always remember to color, relax, color, and stay safe. My brain's going crazy. I will be back at tomorrow for our Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, because I need it. And we are, of course, starting on our Dwarf Dragon in Dragonology. And I will be doing that with the 520 Brute Punner colored pencils. So stay tuned, and I will see you tomorrow. Until then, guys, bye-bye for now.